This video is brought to you by tbirdbob.com, your source for 2002 to 2005 Ford Thunderbird parts. So, this video I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the gas tank. If you don't know, this is what your saddle tank looks like. This is the primary side. That's the secondary side. Fuel gets pumped from this side over the other side because of the drive shaft and the exhaust here in the middle. So that's the reason that a saddle tank exists. Now you may have seen this and you may have seen the top of it. What you might not have seen is the whole system all together. So what I'm going to show you over here, and this tank is out of a 2004 Thunderbird. If you've seen it from the top, again, I've put that steering wheel there as a reference, so that's the front of the car. This is the driver's side, which is the jet pump, and that's the primary pump. Now, I'm going to go through this tank a little bit. What I've done here is I've got the complete assembly that we're looking at over here. I've got one removed over here, so that maybe it'll make a little more sense to you. It's kind of confusing to me too, but so I'll go through what I can tell you. So again, we talked about this being a jet pump, and you may have heard that it's a bit of a misnomer because it doesn't actually do the pumping. It's more of a suction siphon pump that pumps fuel over. Now, a primary difference between the 03 and 05, on an 02, you'll see hoses up here, and they actually transfer the fuel above the gas tank. And again, this is an 03-05. What we've got here, and they're disconnected from the jet pump transfer pump. These hoses, these right here, could connect from one pump over to the other pump. On an 02, they're on top, and again, these were removed from inside that gas tank. You do not see them in the shots here of the tank. So that is the quote-unquote jet pump. Got a float here. As you can see, there's really not much to it, because in fact there isn't actually a pump. It just creates a siphon. Siphon's created from the one hose, fuel flows across the other one over to the primary pump. As you can see, this one has a float as well. Again, these are the two lines that go over to the secondary pump on the other side of the saddle. Now, so looking on the tank itself, again, that's the same pump. This pump, this pump. We're looking at the top of it. Sorry for the dirt. Now, a couple things to note on here. So here's the electrical connection. That's where it's plugged in. It's a reference point. That's where the fuel comes in from the filler. Now, when you hear about gas leaks on top of your tank, sometimes it's a crack somewhere up here on the tank. What's also very common is the system on here, and I'm by no means an expert, so I'll share what I actually do know. If anyone else wants to jump in, by all means. So this valve gets the gases off the tank. As you can see, there's a switch here that hose is connected to. The hose travels here along to the back. This goes to the canister, the charcoal canister that's located above the rear carrier group, the rear suspension. It's actually very hard to see even with the car up. So again, hose comes from there. It's got the switch there. And this is, I believe, this is one of the switches that will trigger to tell you have an evap leak. Now, again, canister vac, top of the tank. This line here actually runs parallel with the fuel line. The second one is the fuel line. some people falsely think this is a return line. It is not. The car does not have a return line. It actually monitors the demand for fuel, and via the fuel line, it delivers the correct amount to the engine. So again, vapors come off here, go back to the canister for the excess, and the others parallel. These two go parallel across the side of the car, up the left fender. Fuel line goes to the filter and then onto the engine. This one goes to the evap valve on the engine, and it reburns any of the vapor and the gas that it got. And again, excess is stored in that vapor canister in the back. Interestingly enough, these are both 0305. It's got a slightly different connection on this one to the evap. Again, these are the correct ending of those two hoses we just looked at, fuel line, and the other one. You'll also hear quite a few people that have problems with one of these hoses. Normally I'm not able to help them out. I do have this complete set here along with pumps that are available if anybody is looking. I guess that's all I wanted to cover. That kind of limits my knowledge on this system. If you have any questions or want to add, please feel free to, as again, I am by no means an expert on these. I kind of shared what I believe to be true, which may or may not be accurate. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.